time I actually had alcohol, man.
Hey, man, we do need a sponsorship.
Yeah, the bees knees need to hit us up.
Blue Chew, somebody shit.
Not Blue Chew. I don't know.
You testing it?
Whoever paying the chat. Whoever paying
Ain't
the
Blue
chat.
Chew the
It's the ED shit.
I said, who testing it out? Who volunteering this tribute?
Hey, man, they paying the check. That's all the better.
I sound like we got a volunteer here.
I think Roe is the new one, ain't it? That's what
That's what Uncle.
What, Shannon Sharp and them?
Oh yeah.
We can get in there.
Anyways,
Hey,
welcome y'all.
I didn't even know we was done. Wow. Niggas see recording though, and I'm out here being vulnerable and shit.
Not vulnerable. Welcome to a new week of Tech File, y'all. This is going to be the preview episode, so get ready for it. Let's hit that theme music and get into it.
Hit him hard, let's go. Red T-E-C-K, running back like where's my replay? Got it all in the mix, no DJs. Said it's hard in the game like he did. Mr. Lady is spitting real talk for the entertainment. Other podcasts stand the game up and they get smacked back down like a WrestleMania. Tell them a little bit of they know ready at a home city, you know, get it boss, keeping on the low setting. And you know what you say, so we never gotta get telling everybody else that you get ready. Ain't nobody else doing this like I. Better keep them cameras and microphones hot, cause this one's a vibe. Gotta run this race with my tribe. Going live with the pie. Do it like there's no tomorrow. Came to my ear later. Shout out to my point guard. We about to hit them hard. Got them throwing in the tap. Tell the red blow the whistle. This is technical file.
Welcome to episode 386 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me.
Oh, the energy.
Energy.
The energy.
Energy. How goes it? Energy.
I do like that song.
I am the Eric J.
Only known as.
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life chief of Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
Le gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
I'm better known as Mr. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
What up, Mark?
What up, Mark, in the comments? Shaolin, you in the comments? Hey, Shaolin, we get ready to do the game needs a name.
Mm-hmm. Pick up the phone.
We're about to call you, brother. Be you ready? You're going to be our first
Pick up the
live
phone,
guest.
Ooh.
Our first live guest to play the game that needs a name with us. But before we get into that, some housekeeping. If you are not yet already following us on our various social media platforms, head on over to Technical File, TECKNICALFOUL, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Technical File Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, comment. All of those things help the algorithm, help other people find us, and we need it. We need it. So please do that. And yeah, if you have not yet already, also check out our Hot Ones WrestleMania challenge on our YouTube page.
Boy.
Some of the early reviews from people watching it have been quite hilarious. Mm-hmm. So y'all go ahead and check that one out. And for everybody asking, yes, those wings are really that hot.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
I had a coworker who was like, "Hey man, when you was looking for the bread and it was sitting on your lap."
Well, see, people know this shit that you ain't even notice. That's funny.
Like, yeah, bro, it had me fucked up.
My favorite part when I did the clip, like the last promo clip for it, using the live footage from the challenge, it's Tim saying his lips is cooking. Eric started laughing. I started laughing, but then it panned to Ken, and Ken's just mad. He was just mad. He's looking up at the sky. He was just sitting there like, my God.
It was hot for no reason, man. I was like, why are we doing this shit?
He was upset. He was upset. But yeah, make sure y'all check that out. Really, really fun video. A fun way to kick off WrestleMania week. So, and also, shout out to the mayor. He got us some more
the mayor.
Bees knees.
The bees knees. If someone from the bees knees is listening, hit us up, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I don't even drink beer, but this is delicious.
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 Great beer.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Great,
Lunch almost over, sir.
I'll have my time.
I don't drink alcohol at all. This is decent.
All right. Game that needs a name. Shaolin, get that phone. In case you are unfamiliar with the game that needs a name, it is a rapid fire based memory game where we choose a topic. This week we are doing wrestling finishers. Mm-hmm. You say one, no repeating, get about 5 seconds to answer. The last person standing wins. Now, I'm going to make this phone call, see if Shaolin answer. And if you do, you know, we got something here.
That's like when you texting somebody and they don't respond, but then you see them tweeting in the comments. So you better answer
We
the
should
phone.
FaceTime just because we don't need him cheating.
Hey, we got
What up,
Shaolin.
though?
What's up,
going
sir?
on, brother?
You know what? Chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
I do this thing stretched out beforehand so I don't pull a hammy.
Easy money.
All right, so for those of you who are unfamiliar, Shaolin is actually the voice you hear now on our theme song, who put that together for us. Big wrestling fan. He said last week if we opened the phones up to have fans call in, he wanted to be one. So the first guest appearance
Bam, bam,
in the
bam.
game that needs a name. So actually, we're going to do the order. Shaolin, we're going to have you go first, and then we're going to go in tech order. So it's going to be you, then Tim, Eric, myself, and then Ken. We'll keep going.
For the worst. goddamn.
We're going to keep going till we got a winner. So wrestling finishers, kick us off, sir.
We gonna start with the stomp.
The stomp. Okay. Super kick.
Stone Cold Stunner.
DDT.
Tombstone.
Kiss of death.
Angle slam.
The pop-up powerbomb.
Swanton bomb.
Damn. Choke slam.
The Kinshasa.
Ankle lock.
Sweet shin music.
Twist of fate.
I'm gonna go Fallen Angel.
619.
Deli dog.
The X Factor.
Shooting star press.
Jackknife Powerbomb.
The Riptide.
Death Valley driver.
The Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
Ankle lock.
Already said it.
I thought you said ankle slam.
Both of them.
Damn.
Razor's Edge.
Styles Clash.
Damn.
Helluva kick.
Appreciate you, Mark. 619.
Someone said that.
He did.
Yeah, he did say
Shaolin
that.
said it.
He already
You fucked me up, Mark.
did. What is attitude adjustment?
Rock Bottom.
Figure 4.
Oh, Cody Cutter.
The F5.
Sharpshooter.
Shit. Sweet Chain Music.
Said it already. That was the first thing I
God
said.
damn it. You said super kick.
I did say the super kick.
Yeah.
Right. No, Sweet Chain Music. We'll let it rock. I thought it was the same, but we'll let it rock.
Oh, we letting it rock. Okay, let's
Because
get it.
what's the name's on AEW?
He said pedigree.
Oh, Shooting star press.
I said that.
Did you?
Ooh.
Damn.
Yep.
Figure 4.
I said that.
Damn.
Shaolin. Hey.
God damn it.
Y'all the real MVP.
Damn.
God damn it. I thought I had one finally. Shit.
Hey, we
I should
appreciate
have said
you.
Diamond Cutter. Somebody said Diamond Cutter?
RKO.
Damn.
Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep shining. Y'all
Hey.
make
Hey.
it look good.
Well,
Hey,
congrats,
appreciate
my
it,
guy.
boss.
Appreciate
Y'all be good.
All right,
Yeah,
take
you
care.
too, boss.
So yeah, hey, the first guest
First dub. Damn.
came and took
That's crazy.
the
belt.
crown. Took
That's
the crown.
Crazy.
You got the theoretical belt this week, Shaolin.
Yeah, you know,
All right, y'all. Now that we all warmed up.
we was rallying out here.
Hey, Tim be trying to throw you off because he be so quick. I be like,
Speed up a
hey,
little bit.
Hey, slow it down, please.
Marky out here sandbagging me.
Hey, that's your fault for
Trying to cheat. Trying to cheat.
right. You know it's a delay. All right, y'all. So like I said, it's a preview show this week. We're going to start previewing the NBA playoffs, give our end of season prediction award winners, and then get into WrestleMania preview. That's really the show this week. So let's not wait no longer and let's get into some basketball. Let's play some basketball. Not me going to the wrong note. Okay, so before we get into this conversation, I had text each of these three guys individually to get their opinion on which series they were most excited about, to figure out the order that we would talk about each series in. And as we go through them, the order here is excuse me. What kind of
Sorry.
serious?
I was trying to hold it in and it got high pitched.
That nigga really, he really said,
I forced his way out.
Dawg Sneeze really said, Achoo.
I just had to spell it out. Achoo. I guess.
I said this last week before we recorded, but Negroes will really make you feel insecure about everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
Hey,
brother can't even sneeze without getting roasted.
you pointed out because I was talking about Tim. He's eating them hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, them Cheetos good. Eh?
Tim just over here snacking. Mind his own
I'm on
business.
goddamn business.
You eating them chips, ain't you?
Good as a bitch over there. Ain't it? Fucking him up. Damn.
Real quick, there was an Instagram video I saw that played on that, and it made me like, dog, I just got to play it for y'all because it made me laugh so much.
This nigga satisfied. Satisfaction Jack. It's saving the flavor and chasing. Satisfied.
Let me get a
Let me get a bite.
Let me get a bite.
Hey, they called him Yummy Montgomery in the tummy later on that. I was
Yo.
like,
Oh.
what?
Niggas just be ribbing you, bro.
That
Just
is
You do
hilarious.
you have an umbrella. This nigga don't want to be wet. Like, no, I don't.
nigga Mary Poppins and shit, nigga. You saving kids today? What you doing? Shit like that crazy.
Eating a salad. This nigga want to be healthy.
This nigga out here breathing oxygen. Like,
All that rabbit food. Leaf eating ass. Like, shit like, no, damn, leave me alone, bro.
Oh, shit.
Little foot. All right, no. So like I said, I asked everybody to kind of rank the series in order that they wanted to see them. What came in as our cumulative number one, even though one person had this series dead last.
I guess who?
is
same person
Bucks.
that had Lakers series first.
He did not.
I didn't.
He did not.
Mhm.
But I bet he got Lakers in 5.
You know that. You know that.
So we're gonna start with Bucks Pacers here. The first question I want to ask y'all is very simple. Who is your X factor in this series?
He
I'll
who must not be named.
I'll go with KPJ.
That dude.
I feel like his surge towards the end of the season, as far as defensively, as far as offensively, as far as just his all-around game and chemistry with the rest of the team, is going to be a huge factor when we go against like the Halliburtons, because I really want to see him and Rollins attack his ass most of the game. Like, I feel like those two will be more than enough of a handful to give him issues. Like he's still an all-star. Don't get me like Halliburton is
Not
still a
this year.
dude. He's still a really good
All-star
player.
caliber.
You're right. So like
all right, being technical.
he might get his shit off. Like, but I feel like those two, and then with at least they bring enough together offensively, can help supplement some of what we're losing in Dame. They don't have the same gravity, but
Right.
KPJ and Rollins, as far as like the defensive side and the steals and the pressure that they apply and chaos that they bring, I think is going to be a very good matchup for that's why he's an X factor for me.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
So-
for
I'm saying is Dame out just for
we don't know yet.
well, okay. Well,
So the
okay.
official reports, the last thing that has come out is that he is progressing well. He's
Okay.
shown great improvement. He's been cleared to do a bit more basketball activities, but he
Okay.
is expected to miss the beginning of the series.
Okay.
There is still some optimism that he will be able to return to the team during the playoffs.
Okay.
But,
That's good.
but
That's
no
good
timeline on when that would be, how
Yeah.
far the Bucks have to advance, just that
to hear. Okay.
Dame is moving in the right direction.
That's good to hear.
So I also have him as my X factor, and that's actually because of Dame's injury. Like we
Yeah,
need,
you have to.
like he's their second option at this point offensively. So he needs to produce the way that he did down the stretch offensively to take some of the pressure off of Giannis, because like I'm assuming Indiana's entire attack will be focused on as much as they can at Giannis and then daring the shooters to beat them. Which, I mean, that's what I do. So I get it. But if he can be a legitimate second option, and then you have Bobby off the bench, you have Brooke that can get you a couple, like that, they should be able to piece together enough offense. And because of his athleticism, his defense, in addition to Ryan Rollins, like they have at least the tools to have a much better transition defense than they've shown in the regular season. And transition defense is skipping ahead, transition defense is going to be one of the keys to this series.
Facts.
Because Indiana gets out and runs, and the Bucks have not shown an aptitude to be able to stop that, at least in the second half of this season. So if they have more athleticism on the perimeter, hopefully that means that they can get back a little bit faster and stymie some of what Indiana does in transition.
Yeah, that's a good point. I see in the comments here we had Mark say Lopez, and we got Brandon who came in with the Bobby. I've been trying to I think this might end up being more of a Bobby Portis series than the Brooke Lopez series because of the foot speed and just how the Indiana can stretch you out. But listen, all right. The X factor that I had is the same one that Ken had, which is star here, Giannis. So you, sir, as the Laker fan, why did you highlight Giannis as your X factor in this series?
Because he is a star, and everyone's going to be looking at him. He still is arguably one of the best players in the league. Arguably,
The best.
You said the best. I'll give you that.
It's arguable, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely arguable. But again, and plus with him being Giannis, being able to put the team on its back, get through the first round, get through the second round. I feel like that even proves the point again that he is who he is. And it's hard. It's not going to be an easy task, but
No.
I feel like if anybody can do it, Giannis can do it.
Yeah, and that's in the line where I'm at. It's like we've been robbed of playoff Giannis the last 2 years, and I said it after the NBA Cup game, and I was like, man, I have missed watching Giannis play like meaningful basketball.
Mhm.
And you can say what you want to say about the NBA Cup, but like guys want to win that because they won $500,000.
Yeah.
So like there was stakes for that game, and seeing Giannis be able to perform at that level and that stage, like I just got excited for the playoffs. And now we're here, and there's no Damian Lillard. So like there is even more on Giannis's shoulders here. Like I definitely agree with Kevin Porter Jr. being a crucial part of this. I think all the juniors on this Bucks team are going to be crucial, from Kevin to Gary to Bobby. All the juniors plus AJ Green. Andre could be too. Yeah, all the juniors. But Giannis is what is going to make this go, and the Pacers cannot stop Giannis
at all.
If you look at Giannis's numbers over the last 2 years against the Pacers, he's averaging like 37 points a game, like 12 rebounds. I forget the assist, a steal, a block. Like
has his career high.
64 against him, which led to ball gate last year. Like
I think we need a different name for that.
Probably.
Ball gate.
But Giannis, especially how Giannis has ended the season without Dame, with him being the playmaker, defense, like it's going to be on Giannis's shoulder in this series. So like I think that Giannis, to Eric's point of Eric saying Giannis is the best player in the world, I think this is a series for Giannis to remind people. For y'all who have been sleeping on how great I am, let me just come out here and remind you.
I'm trying to figure out the way to word this because I can say it in a way that's gonna sound bad, but like I feel like they've kind of figured something out in Dame's absence, which actually gives me like, yes, they have the momentum coming in, but I think that Giannis surrounded by
what he has,
shooters, and like having the ball in Giannis's hands at all times, like everything runs through him. Like I think he's much more comfortable with that. And like to your point about Giannis and meaningful basketball, like the NBA Cup championship game was a reminder for me. It's like, okay, he let the throttle go. Like he took everything off. He's like, I'm not conserving any energy. Like I'm flying around on defense. I'm flying around on offense. Like I'm doing everything. And I think that is Giannis at his most terrifying. And hopefully that's what we get this first round series. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's a given for me that Giannis is going to be Giannis. Like, I don't have any, like, I can pencil in what I'm getting from Giannis. Is somebody else has to be there, because I think Indiana is going to be selling out because they haven't been able to stop him with their conventional attack. So, like, now it's going to be throw as many bodies as possible. If he kicks it out to shooters, rotate behind it and hope they miss. But he needs a second guy to be there to be able to, one, carry the offense when he's not out there, and two, just be kind of a release valve when they load up.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And it was announced, you mentioned the asked the Dame question. It was announced that Jericho Sims is expected to be available and ready to go for the playoffs. I mentioned it might be a Bobby series. Sims could be a guy who picks up. I don't think Sims is going to get big minutes at all. Let me be very clear. But he is someone who can come in and play a couple minutes if needed, switch up the pace, give you some defensive versatility that you didn't have before. So
makes you more athletic.
Yep. Him being healthy is a positive for the Bucks. And the next question that we have is just, what is the thing to watch for in this series? Ken, I want to start with you because I always enjoy your perspective on the Bucks, because the three of us are a little too close sometimes. So in your opinion, what's the thing to really watch for in this Bucks Pacers series?
Kind of alluding to what you guys were saying already, is who's going to step up outside of Giannis?
That's the question.
That's literally is the key. And any given night, it could be a different player, a different, a different guy or whatever. But that's going to be the key, because Giannis can't do it by himself. So he definitely needs some help. So who is going to step up, night in, night out, to help Giannis?
Like, he can carry a heavy load, but like he can't carry it all by himself. And to that, let's see if I can find the numbers that I had. But the Bucks bench, which has never been an area of strength for the Milwaukee Bucks, it's a lot better this year. The Bucks have the best three-point shooting bench in the league. The Bucks are the best three-point shooting team in regards to like conversion rate, not the attempts, because the Celtics take just a crazy amount of threes. I think the Bucks are middle of the pack when it comes to the actual volume of threes they shoot, but no one knocks them down at a higher clip than the Bucks. And when you talk about the Bucks need someone else to step up, and also how you highlighted as well as I did that Giannis is kind of like the X factor. The shooter's got to shoot. You've got to keep that momentum going. So I think it's going to be really important for him. But for me, the thing to watch in this series is the 2 T's. It's turnovers and it's transition. The turnovers, like the Pacers love to force turnover. They love to pressure full court, take care of the ball, limit the opportunities that you're giving them to start their offense quickly. As Eric mentioned, the Bucks can struggle in transition. And the Pacers not only like to push after a miss, but they will push after you make it. So it's not technically transition ball after a made basket, but the principles are the exact same of getting back. So the Bucks have to be really sharp playing in transition, taking care of the ball. I think they're going to have a real shot at beating the Pacers. What are the X factors that you two have? They feel kind of similar to where I landed.
I had transition, which you already hit on, and then Dame's health. Like that is what I'm going to be watching for. Like if we can get him back at least in the middle of the series, like that should be a helpful addition. I mean, should be.
If the Bucks don't get Dame back, do you think they can still win this series?
Yes. And honestly, and honestly, like this is kind of what I was trying to parse my words to say, where it's like I feel like this is more of a Giannis and surrounding cast kind of series, whereas if they advance,
then they really need Dame.
Cleveland, like that's a Dame series.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Not assuming, but like if we're planning for that, then getting him back at least in the middle of this series allows him to get back into rhythm, get back into the flow of things so that he's ready for the next round. Like I'm not looking past Indiana at all, but it's like for their long-term postseason hopes, like the sooner they get him back, the better. But I think that they can win this series if they don't have him for the bulk of it.
I would agree with that. Tim, anything to add on to that?
Mine's just 3 and D. Limit the wide open threes.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Because I'm so sick of watching motherfuckers in the corner chilling, just open, dead ass, wide ass, butt ass naked, just like dog.
Wide ass, Jesus.
Like
Christ.
it's atrocious, bro. Like it don't make no damn sense. The shit that they be giving up. And what that also said, defense. Play some damn defense, bro. We have games where we in the first and second quarter, we either blowing them out or we up and we good, we cooking. In third quarter, what the fuck happens? I have no idea. It's been season long, so it's not like it's an anomaly. Y'all do this shit every game. What the fuck? Play some damn defense all game.
That's consistent.
That's it.
Be sharp on the rotations. I don't know what in their game plan, there's going to be certain guys in the Pacers here. They're like, we're going to let him shoot. But otherwise, please rotate. This is no longer a random Tuesday game in Utah or anything like that where you might take a couple possessions off. Like it's the playoffs. You have to take each possession serious. So
like it was concerning that we're still seeing like just egregious defensive breakdowns. Like for the bulk of it, it's like it's solid enough. But then like they get every like 5th or 6th possession, it's like somebody goes somewhere, somebody else goes to that same spot, and then like they turn around and the ball's in the corner and somebody's shooting a 3 and they looking at each other like they shouldn't still be this confused at this point in the season.
Yeah, so you gotta tighten that up. But let me ask y'all this. What's your prediction in this series? Who you got?
Let's go with Shaolin's first.
All right. He said where
and when, now and then, pimpin' kid, Bucks and 6.
Hey. Bars.
It's Bucks and 6, I think, across the board here.
Run it.
I've seen a lot of the Pacers are a favorite in this series, and trust me when I say I understand why. Because if you look at what the Pacers have done, especially since like January 1st onward, they've been like the 3rd best team in the East, if I remember correctly, or it might be the whole league. I can't remember, but they've been one of the top teams since that point. Halliburton's been playing some good ball. Spicy P has been the consistent like guy the entire season because Halliburton started off really slow this year. Spicy P been consistent all year through. They got Neesmith. Like they got a solid group, and I think it's going to be a really competitive series. I think the games are going to be close, but Bucks and 6.
I love the revenge factor. That was
Oh,
one
I
thing
do too.
I meant to bring up with the X factor is like revenge. Like that's a powerful motivator.
And just a quick Indiana X factor. I think Mathurin is a big X factor over there for Indiana as well.
Off the bench.
He's an issue.
Yeah, he definitely can be.
Brandon said he's got the Bucks sweeping revenge.
Ooh.
Bring the brooms
Like Miami.
in.
Hey, listen, that has set the tone, wasn't it? That would set the tone. I did see Bobby Portis's presser today, and then we'll move to the next series. And Bobby, he seems like he's on a different level right now, which I guess would be expected when you had to miss 25 games in the season. And he was like, I was just at home having to watch the games. Like, I am so ready for this series, and we cannot let them beat us again. Because I don't want to be 50 years old talking about them Pacers had beat us twice. And he was like, I'm not trying to go for that. I'm not going for that. So, this is going to be a really, really fun one. All right. The next series on the list for us, the second most exciting series, according to the Tech File folks here, Lakers Timberwolves. The X factor in this series now, myself, Eric, and Tim all have the same X factor. It's somebody who plays for the Timberwolves. Ken, your X factor comes from the Lakers. So I actually want to start with who your X factor is in this series and why.
Austin Reeves, especially going down the stretch. We have really leaned on him a lot, offensively and defensively. So again, I'm not really worried about what LeBron and Luka is going to give me. They're LeBron and Luka, but I'm worried about the supporting cast. I'm worried about the bench. Again, that we have a three, our big three, and Austin is part of our big three. And in order for us to be successful in the playoffs, we need our big three to be successful. So
I will say this to your point about that. One thing that makes the Lakers dangerous in the playoffs, in my opinion, is the fact that y'all do have three shot creators over there with Reeves behind Luka and LeBron. I believe Reeves averaged over 20 points a game this year. So you got three.
I think it's 23.
You got 3 20-plus point scorers a game over there who can get buckets in different ways. So, I definitely get that one.
I love his confidence now. He way more confident than he was.
I almost agreed with you before settling on the other guy. Because,
there can be more than one X factor.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Reeves really has shown, all right, y'all need somebody else. Y'all want somebody else. You ain't got to go find nobody else. I'm right here.
I'm here.
Let's work it out. Let's figure it out, and we can go ahead and rock it out.
That still makes it so egregious that Dallas didn't get him in the deal. That's just professional malpractice. Yeah, but it's he was right there. I don't know if they chose Max Christie or if they had to settle for Max Christie, but it's
Max Christie been hooping a
he has,
but that's not enough.
Yeah, they should have both. I'm not saying it should be either or, but it's you got Luke. We're not going to relitigate that, but it's just it's ridiculous.
So the X factor that the other three of us landed on was Julius Randle, and
that makes sense.
Part of the reason for me is because when he was with the Knicks, come playoff time, his play it would decrease.
He disappeared in the playoffs.
He was not a playoff riser with the Knicks.
They went further without him.
Yes, and the fit with him integrating into this team, it was clunky at first. It looked better over the last couple of months here for him and for Dante, to be honest. And they're going
just a little scrap needed.
Before the scrap even happened. But they're going to need Julius Randle because they need a second guy behind Ant. Yeah. You have to have one.
But the thing with Julius Randle is that he has to score early in the game.
I don't know.
You think it's a confidence thing to kind of get him rolling?
Yeah, and from watching him progress from being there and being in Minnesota now, it's once he sees the ball fall in, then he's okay, cool, I'm cool. But once if he comes out missing, that changes his whole game. And he feels like he's that type of shooter that can shoot himself out of a slump, but he's not. So, yeah.
And that's why I think when you said he got to shoot early and let us see fall early, I'm I don't know, bro, because he's also had games where he shot them the fuck up out of them games because he was hooping early.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
what I'm
go
saying.
Ice cold in the fourth quarter.
That's the thing with him. He's super hot or he's super cold, and he doesn't. My biggest issue with Julius Randle is that he doesn't play every play. He takes plays off.
You got something tapping with your mic or something.
Is that mine?
Yeah,
that's you.
Oh, no. But no, he takes plays off too. But again, I get the reason why you guys say, because when he's hot,
They literally just need somebody else.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, like, I think that also it helps with their versatility. Like, I can imagine that priority number one offensively for the Lakers is probably play Gobert off the court.
Yeah.
And if that does happen, like, you need Randall to be on his game to be able to play that 5, which makes you more versatile, allows you to switch everything on.
And we're not that big. We're not a big team.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next. That's the question with this matchup that I have.
That's why I'm like, if Minnesota can keep Gobert on the court, like that'll be wildly beneficial to them. But if they do have to downsize, it's Julius. It hinges on Julius Randle, like him being able to,
or Naz Reid.
Or Naz Reid. You're right.
They go that route.
But again, like that, they don't have a second creator in that in that situation. Then it's all on Ant to kind of like Mike. No disrespect to Mike Conley, but Mike Conley's as old as I am. Like it's we're reaching that point where it's like he's solid.
Yeah.
But you need a little bit more. Like you can't run offense through Mike.
Upgradable.
You can't run offense through Mike Conley at this big age, essentially. Tim, so they need a second guy to commence with.
They do. Tim, I want to hear if you have anything in addition to add about Julius Randle, and then I just kind of want you to kind of flow into what you think is going to be the thing to watch for in this series. So last thoughts on Julius Randle, and then what do you think that is going to be the thing to watch for in this Wolves-Lakers series?
If y'all want to win, let Randle shoot.
If who want to win?
The Lakers.
Oh yeah,
I was looking dead at him. If y'all want to win, let him shoot. Y'all had him before. Y'all been
All
here, done that. But yeah, the biggest issue though would be the size of Minnesota. Like Minnesota has the ability to run out big after big after big, and LA got a big. So it's like after that, bro, it's shit. Good luck, because it's the playoffs too. So it's like they're not calling that many fouls. They're finna let y'all play. It's finna be real physical. It's finna be grinding, and you finna have Brian down there at the 5.
And then again, I'm happy with this matchup. Like I'm glad that the Clippers won. I'm
glad they want the Lakers. The Warriors.
I want the Warriors. Hey, Draymond is being a menace this season, fam, and I do not want to see that right now. So yeah, I'm glad that we got Minnesota first.
I'm with Tim in the sense of like just think about the size of Minnesota, because the thing to watch for me in the playoffs in this series is the Lakers defense going to be good enough, in large part because of the size advantage that Minnesota does have. Yeah. Even outside of Gobert, and then you got Naz Reid, like Julius Randle, because he's even 6'9" himself. So like they have just some big guys over there in Minnesota, and the Lakers defense is a little bit unconventional in the fact that like, yeah, y'all have Hayes, but like y'all best lineup is a small ball lineup with Rui out there next to like Dorian Finney-Smith and
Giannis, Luka, Reeves.
You say Giannis,
LeBron,
Luka, and Reeves. So like that lineup is so small, and if y'all playing
but
that
it works though.
Yeah, in the regular season when other teams ain't game planning, because one thing that JJ Redick has done this season is like he's really been game planning for regular season games.
Shout out to coach. Man.
And a lot of times you don't see teams going into that deep of a game plan back in the regular season, and I do wonder how the Wolves plan to try to attack Luka when he's out there, because we've seen in the past other teams what they try to do is get Luka to be the one in this matchup. And if it's a switch heavy defense, keep switching around till we get the matchup that we want. And I just wonder how the Lakers how that defense is going to withstand what Minnesota can throw at them.
Can you imagine if they get Ant? I mean, if they get Luka on Ant,
he'll be talking shit, boy. Get your slow ass the fuck up out of here. Somebody come get him.
He needs some milk.
He said it. I don't know if it's true or not. Did Ant really say I'm gonna retire LeBron old ass?
Probably not.
I don't think he said that.
It was I think it was something on X or something like that, and it was like LeBron was
that's motivation right there.
Like LeBron at 40. I think they said they're like, "Are you excited for the Lakers matchup with Bron or something like that?" And it was, "I'm retired old ass." I was like, I didn't get it. I seen it like on my screen, and I was like, I didn't get a chance to follow all that, but that sounded like Ant too.
Whatever LeBron need to curate. So he can get an upper hand.
Up,
yeah,
like,
if you got to make something up, hey, go ahead.
Like Kevin Garnett used to do when he said that Dirk called him a nigga.
Oh yeah, come on now. Knowing Dirk of all people ain't gonna be
Out here living in the chocolate.
Exactly.
The fact that Paul Pierce was sitting there going, he didn't say that. I was standing right here. And Kevin Garnett like, no, I heard it. He said it in German.
He said it. How you know? He's what he said.
Use that German chocolate on me.
What?
All right, though.
Shaq did the same thing to David Robinson.
He sure did. He didn't give me an autograph when I was a kid. So now I was like, wait.
What?
Not the same age, my nigga. How that work?
What? Oh man.
It's going to be a really fun matchup here for this one. Ken, what is the question that you have as like the thing to watch for in this series with Lakers and Wolves?
How well the bench plays.
The Lakers bench?
Yeah, the Lakers bench. That's probably one of my biggest concerns going into the end of the season. Though the bench has played very well, but again, like we can't. It's the playoffs now, so we can't be taking games off. We can't be spotty. We can't have guys missing open threes. We can't have guys missing assignments and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just worried about what the bench will do.
How deep do you think you guys are going to go in your bench during the playoffs? Like, is it going to be like
7, 8?
Really? So off your bench, like who are going to be the bench guys you think in this series? Because Hayes starts for y'all technically, right?
Hayes will start.
He'll start. So like, start.
And then Ruiz go. See, I don't know.
Wait, who are the starters? So
Bron, Luka,
AR,
Hayes, Rui been starting.
Okay.
Rui started like he's been starting most of the season. So Rui.
Well, he be out there getting yelled at.
Have DFC,
all them letters.
Yeah.
Dorian Finney-Smith
off the bench.
Do they still play Vanderbilt?
He
could be a swing piece in this back.
End of the season, he has been playing a lot well.
Is Gabe Benson going to be in the rotation?
He has to be.
He usually goes like 8 deep in the playoffs.
No doggone playoff rotation.
Bronny might.
Ain't no way in hell, boy. You see his last game? Ain't no way in hell, boy.
Hey man, get off Bronny.
He ain't. Not this.
This is all you talking about playoffs. Did you see his game? No.
I got that for you. I'm sorry.
He out here tying Jordan. He's doing something right.
Hey, look, I think it's going.
Here we go.
It's going to be a fun season, though. Okay, so who y'all got in this series and how many games?
They already know. Lakers are 5.
I also have Lakers in 5.
I got Lakers in 7. I don't think that the Wolves going down that easy. There are some holes that the Lakers.
We can't afford to go 7. So we have to go. We can't. We can't afford this game.
Over here counting his PTO.
I got y'all in 7 too.
But I do have the Lakers winning. But I think the Wolves are gonna give them everything they can handle.
Yeah.
Early. Like it's gonna be.
It's not gonna be easy. Definitely not.
Sierra Sensei said Bronny the real X Factor.
All right, bro.
Stop it. Stop it.
I would love for him to get in and just have a breakout game, fam. Drop 30, fam, in the playoffs, dog. I love it, fam.
You done down there?
Man,
what?
People would be sick of that, bro. Sports Center would go nuts, fam.
Not this year, next year.
Right. Anyways, the next series in our playoff preview conversation here, the third most anticipated series that we know of at the moment. Mm-hmm. Clippers Nuggets, which I believe Ken was your number one series. Number one. Yeah, this was like last for me.
Clippers, what? And Nuggets, like those are your two most hated teams.
I hate them both, fam. But I'm not gonna lie, the Clippers. How the Clippers have been playing, they have been fucking balling.
Yeah,
and I do not want to see them. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
So
James Harden,
that they're on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, exactly. Like James Harden has been cooking.
He has a great year for James Harden.
Kawhi defensively, I forgot how crazy this man is.
When he healthy,
Kawhi just cold.
When he is healthy.
I was watching the game again I was like, fam.
Bro, against the Warriors?
Yeah, I'm like,
this
nigga is crazy, fam.
And he's a machine, moving in his own another own pace player. Him and Luka do not speed up for no damn body, slow down for nobody.
Yeah, next thing you know, Kawhi got like 37 points or something like that. You like, how,
quietly.
man? How?
Couple and ones, couple putbacks,
some
2 threes, fade away, and next thing you know, about 37.
Clippers is a good team. I don't,
yes,
you know
they
me.
Are.
I hate on them as much as I can, but they're a good team, and I don't want to see them. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't want to derail the conversation, but I had a thought the other day, and I'm like, maybe I'm tripping, but like, if you compare Kawhi's career with Jimmy Butler, like, I get that Kawhi has the higher highs, but like, could you make an argument that Jimmy Butler is like, from a consistency standpoint, like year to year, like
I think you could.
dragging those Heat teams like through playoff runs a number of times. Like the way that he elevated Minnesota when he was there and the way they fell off as soon as he left. Like, I think there's an argument there, but like Kawhi has 2 Finals MVP, so it's kind of like
as the piece.
Yeah,
but like Kawhi also has missed like entire seasons.
Yeah.
True.
It's just that, like you said, Kawhi's highs are so much higher than where Jimmy can hit, but not Jimmy in his own right.
Jimmy different though.
He became a lot better player than I thought he would be.
I actually can't wait to get home and see that playing game tonight. Oh shoot, wait, I'm doing Locked On Bucks.
Well, I thought about it while they were playing each other on Sunday, where it's like they kind of, I think they were in the same draft class or around there, and it's like they've kind of not mirrored each other, but it's kind of been like,
no, I never even thought about it, but that's
two of the most improved players from when they were drafted to what they got to.
That's a good point. Who are your X factors in the Clippers Nuggets series?
I don't even remember what I said.
Why don't you didn't have one? Tim, let's start with you. Who's your X factor in this series?
Mr. Leonard, like legit the assassin, the hired gun. Well, he's been in LA for a minute now, so he ain't no longer that them with him. But him coming back, him being healthy in time for the playoffs, like watching that Golden State Clipper game through and through, like you didn't see him dragging himself through the game at this point. Like at different points throughout the season or playoffs that we've seen him, you literally see him like dragging himself through the games because he got a messed up knee or arm or leg or thigh or something. And so seeing him being healthy to this at this point, at least in the season, and then Harden over there at this point in the season, both cooking together, like as long as Kawhi is healthy out there, he's always been that player. Like if Kawhi is here, we got a chance. Him being healthy with that Clipper team, that's a really good team right now too. Yeah. As long as he's healthy and able to keep playing and being Kawhi, that's a problem.
My X factor is also a Clipper, and that's Zubac. He is, spoiler, who I would vote for as most improved player of the year. He has been anchoring a top 3 defense for the Clippers, and for him to be anchoring a top 3 defense, when Zubac got in the league, it wasn't defense that people were like excited about. I mean, he was a Laker, which, by the way,
biggest fumble.
Y'all trading him for
Mike
Muscala.
Yeah,
head up.
I was about to say Mozgov. All I knew was a Muzz.
A Muzz. But he has become such a crucial piece to that defense. And listen, trying to check Jokic, like most people can't check Jokic one-on-one, but like Zubac is going to be the closest that you can probably get one-on-one. And if he can at least kind of keep him somewhat in control, it allows them not to have to send doubles that way, which can allow them to take away other aspects for the Nuggets. So like I think he's going to be a very, very important piece for them.
His size alone alters a lot of shit on the court.
Yeah. Who you got for your X factor, Ken?
Jamal Murray.
That's a great one.
I feel like if he doesn't play well,
they can't win.
It's impossible for Denver to win. I don't care how well the Joker plays. Joker gonna be Joker. But if Jamal Murray does not play good, they will not win this series.
I agree.
I figured out mine.
Who was that?
Playoff Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy who?
Jimmy Harden. Because you must remember that James Harden in the playoffs,
he tends to be a,
like we said about Julius Randle, he's not a riser. Let's put it that way.
That is true.
Very,
very
true. Going back to the Houston days where they made that big ass comeback with him on the bench, pouting like,
or when they went 0 for 27 with him in the game.
That was just terrible shooting.
Ain't nobody gonna never forget that damn game.
They had some great looks, and they
couldn't hit shit.
Was bricking. But no, that's a great point because they're gonna need the Jimmy. Not gonna call me Jimmy. The James Harden they saw throughout the season as well. Because
and that's my exact point. Like this iteration of the Clippers works if they get regular season James Harden in the playoffs.
See, Daryl just came in here. He said, "Make a wish, gefilte fish. It don't matter. Bucks is 6."
That's funny.
Gefilte fish makes me laugh every time because of Rush Hour. Every single time.
What's this called again?
Gefilte fish.
That's the title, Gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish. Gefilte fish.
I'm looking in the back. For the fish. What's this again? They was pissed, boy. I'd have been mad too.
What's the thing to watch for in the Clippers Nuggets series because for me, the question comes down to who else can step up with Jokic. To your point about Jamal Murray needing to be Jamal Murray, they just don't need somebody else, a couple people to step up for them. And the Clippers, the way they can play defense, they're gonna provide some challenges because they might just let Chris Dunn be like, "Hey, you get Jamal, go." And he gonna be all right to do that.
I'm saying Dunn will chase his ass for the whole game.
He gonna be all right.
He gonna fall over the top of him and everything.
So for me, it's just a question of like, who else can step up with Jokic here?
You can ask Porter.
Porter's a standstill shooter.
I get it. He's very catch and shoot.
He gonna have to knock him
but
down.
Shit, he can knock him. He can light
He's
it up.
going to have to.
Like
Russ.
for me, it's the defense. I mean, revenge series maybe. But also that like a motivated Russ is also a Russ that does too much, so you kind of have to modulate that a little bit too. But for me, it's the defense of Denver. Like their defense just got their coach fired, so if they can't,
their coach also kind of got himself fired. Now that we know a little bit more about what happened there.
But like they tuned him out on defense, which is where the performance part of his job, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like that was the tangible thing that they could point to, like, hey, defense got worse under you, therefore we're moving on.
Get them out of here.
So, like, if they can't recapture the defense that they had, I'm not even going to go back to the championship year. If they can't even go back to where they were last year, where they were championship contenders, then
it's out the window.
It's a wrap. So, like, if they don't get things, they have to get things figured out on the defensive end of the court.
No, I feel you. Tim, what is your thing to watch for in this series?
I feel like we should be watching out for. Damn, I had lost my spot for a second. The health of the Clippers.
Oh, I mean, that's
like in essence, you can talk about James, you can talk about Kawhi. Like those are the two main ones that I'm more so speaking on.
Plain and simple. To your point about Kawhi being the X factor, if he ain't healthy, this is all
it's moot. Like, cause if playoff Jimmy show up, you gonna need Kawhi for sure. And if he's hurt, and then and that goes for all teams, of course.
Right.
Without saying, but it goes without saying. But it's really some teams is like, no, bro. Like, y'all done had a pass.
I mean, I will say this: they started the season without Kawhi, and they were able to string together some really impressive wins on the back of their defense. And Norm Powell being that guy who, even though I didn't choose him as an X factor, he is someone else to watch too, because there's going to be so much defensive attention on Kawhi and James Harden. And if James does turn into Jimmy.
That's your number two option.
That you're gonna need Norm Powell to be Norm Powell here. So I think health is a great point too. Ken, what's the thing to watch for in the series for you?
I think it comes down to who wants it more. I feel like Clippers are going into the playoffs hungry. Like the high level that they've been playing on these past few games.
Yeah.
And Denver's dysfunctional.
Yeah, exactly. And then Denver, how much fight does Denver have? Like y'all been going through a lot of turmoil throughout the year.
1, 2, 3, can't go.
Like for real. So it's like, do y'all even feel like fighting? Y'all might not even want to fight.
Actually, let me read. 1, 2, 3, Serbia.
Exactly.
He can't wait to get back to his horses.
His horses,
man,
boy.
You know he love them horses.
Yeah, so just said, who wants some more?
Serious Sensei threw me off because he said Chris Braun, which is Chris Brown. I'm like, who? Christian Brown. Yes. But apparently he didn't invite MPJ to his team dinner.
I did see that clip in the locker room.
Vibes.
They were asking, he was like, oh, was it dinner? He was like, Christian, you ain't invite me to the like in the locker room, like the reporter kind of, he's like, it was a dinner?
Damn.
So, who y'all got in this series and how many games?
The team that didn't just fire their coach.
And who has team dinners together?
Clippers in 6.
I don't know. Kawhi, I don't imagine Kawhi going to many team dinners.
He probably laughed at their ass just like that. You going to team dinner, Kawhi?
My favorite thing about one of the Pat Bev podcasts, he be randomly talking about Kawhi stories, and the way he imitates Kawhi makes me laugh every time.
Man,
hey, Pat Bev. You gotta see Chris Dunn, Pat. He remind me of you, Pat.
Just nonchalant, no energy, Eeyore, bro.
He remind me of you. But yeah, we all got the Clippers. I got Clippers in 6.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be a good series, though. I think it's gonna be a good series.
I got him in 7.
Clippers all around.
I do too, but as we've talked this through, like,
you think it's gonna be
like 5?
It's less than that.
5, maybe 4.
The last series that we're talking about today, Pistons-Knicks. This was our series that we're the least excited about.
I'm excited about
It wasn't my least exciting series,
I'm
let me
excited
be
about it,
clear,
too.
because I think Pistons-Knicks is going to be actually really, really
Yeah.
fun. The X factor in this series, myself, Tim, and Ken all have the same one. So, Eric, I want to start with you and your X factor because you went with the X factor from the Pistons.
Yeah. I have Kate. And if you looked at who I've picked for like the different series, like I try to stay away from stars because I feel like the stars are kind of baked in. Like, yeah, of course they have to play well to for their team to be successful. But like I think on an even larger scale, because we haven't seen him in the playoffs, we haven't seen most of these guys in the playoff situation. Like what Cade can do, he has like the biggest stage possible playing at MSG. It can be a real coming out party for him. And because he's so integral to everything that they do, like he is the engine, no pun intended, of that Pistons team. Like he's surrounded by a bunch of shooters.
God damn.
Surrounded
God damn.
But they obviously made a clear choice to surround him with as much shooting as possible this offseason. And it's done wonders for them in the regular season. Does that shooting translate to this playoff series? I don't know. But like Cade is the thing that unlocks all of those shooters. Like they don't give me open shots if he isn't doing what he needs to do as the initiator of that offense. So like for me, I'm keying on what Cade can do, because if Cade is the Cade that we've seen this regular season in this playoff series, I think they're gonna give him a run for their money.
I would agree, because Cade this year, I think the Pistons were 3-1 against the Knicks this year. Cade Cunningham's averaging over 30 points per game against the Knicks. What they've thrown at him so far in the regular season did not work. Cade was going to work because too, if he ends up mismatching one of them smaller guards, he's just gonna take him to the rim. One thing that the Knicks did not do a lot in the regular season was put OG on Cade. So OG might have to step up. And I'll also add this, because the Knicks like to kind of play a little drop, which Cade can operate in that in between really well. They did not have Mitchell Robinson in those matchups against the Pistons before, so Mitchell Robinson can end up being somebody who ends up being really impactful in this series. But the X factor that I landed on was the same one that Ken had, the same one that Tim had, and that was Karl-Anthony Towns. And part of the reason for me,
God,
ref, that's a foul.
The oh my gods get me every time with Karl-Anthony Towns.
Oh my God! Save that woman.
No, I'm sorry, madam.
Like shit, distress. Where's the damsel?
Not where's the damsel?
Shit.
But for me, I actually picked this up talking to the Locked On Knicks host and the Locked On Pistons host, and they pointed out the fact that
you got insiders.
I said, yeah, I didn't think about this, but they pointed out the fact that the Pistons have struggled this year when they play against stretch bigs, and Cat has been so lethal this year. I think Cat is probably All NBA this season as well. So I just think he's definitely second, not first, but all NBA. You know, I think he's going to be a crucial part to the success of this Knicks team against the Pistons. Tim and Ken, anything I want to add about why Karl-Anthony Towns was your X factor?
This series, you have I've looked at it as, okay, you got Brunson and you got Cade. Cool. I'm sorry about that. Damn, knocked the whole damn microphone up.
You're trying to kill Carrie.
You got Brunson and you got Cade, sure. Okay, and then you have several different. One of my X factors that I was really sitting on too was OG, like y'all said before, because they might throw OG on. Okay, he's like their switchblade. But he's also been coming to his own offensively towards the end of the year as well. Yeah. So OG probably might be an issue, but with Cat, I feel like his ability to stretch the floor, his ability to get in the paint, his ability to get fouls, honestly, even though he'd be screaming about it all the time, he really do be getting fouled. Like, for real. Yeah, he so he'll get to the line a lot. Like, Cat can put up 35. And he can put up 15 boards and shit like that. Like, I feel like he's also gained some of that New York mindset since he's been there throughout the season. So he's a lot tougher than he used to be. Cat. So, right. So, New York Cat from, the Bronx and, the BX and shit like that, he gonna get down.
Yo, son.
Hey, what's up, money?
What up, son?
Oh, my God, son. What's the foul, ref? You bugging.
Ken, anything you want to add with Karl Anthony?
Yeah, my thing is that the reason why they bought him to the Knicks is for moments like this. So it's time for you to shine and show us what
Yeah.
you got.
Hey, you
It's
ain't,
it's make it or break it, fam. So what you gonna do for us?
you ain't wrong. I see.
I'm trying to look it up now. I know Isaiah Stewart missed both of the Bucks games. Is he
He's
slated
expected to
play?
play
Yeah, he
out.
should be back.
I see Sal in the comments. Salute to you, sir, as well. He said Pistons in 7. And he, whoo. Sal also said that Cade is a bad man, and he also added that Beasley will disappear in the playoffs. The Pistons cannot afford for that to happen, and if he does, I'm surprised you got Pistons in 7. Beasley going
Because you really gonna need.
I mean, like, that's not their only shooter though. They
It's
still
not.
have Tim Hardaway. They still have Tobias. They have Fontecchio. Like, they have guys that can like.
That's a mixed bag.
He's still a shooter though.
He is. He is.
He
You
can-
right.
He has the ability to. Like,
You right.
we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, but them buckets is like microwave buckets.
Yeah, Beasley can get you.
He'll get you 12 to 15 real quick.
Serial Sensei added that he also hopes that Cade goes crazy, and then is it Riles Real Estate here?
you switching between accounts?
ASB. That's birthday.
What up, sir? He said, hold on, highlight that one, dude. You know I'm getting old.
Only
I do
allowing
that.
local fans to attend is crazy. Pistons and 6.
Hey, I love it. I love it, Detroit.
They only want the real,
Hey, that's
they only want real D in
We've
there.
had,
Yeah, I ain't
I've,
wrong.
I've seen a Wisconsin team do that, but I can't recall which one it was, where they kind of tried to limit the ticket
I thought
sales.
it was like Bucks against the Bulls.
It
wasn't
might. I think it was, but it was a series where they tried to limit the ticket sales. To,
Didn't work.
Nah, it didn't. But at least they tried.
Capitalism always wins.
At least they tried. So real quick, y'all, what is the thing to watch for in this series? In my opinion, it's how playable Asar Thompson is going to be in the playoffs, because defensively, that kid has something. He has shown flashes on offense with his ability to play, make, his speed, just how he can kind of affect the game in many ways. And I think he's going to be somebody who's going to be matched up with Jalen Brunson. But he's also someone who I can see the Knicks
Offensive liability.
ignoring completely on the perimeter. So, like, how playable is he going to be in this series? Because he can be very, very important. Now, the other three of you here, you all kind of picked the same thing, but different sides of the coin for it. So, Ken, all right, you want to say something real quick?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because somebody else brought it up in the comment. Well, I guess the Beasley comment, where it's like, does Detroit's shooting hold up? Like, it's been the hallmark. Like I said, like Cade spraying out the shooters. So it's like, if that doesn't work, like, what do they really have beyond that? Like, you know, maybe a couple during hook shots, and Tobias trying to ISO. Like, I don't know. Like, they're
A couple post fades from Tobias.
like that to me is like the key. Like, if the Pistons still shoot at the rate and at the accuracy that they did in the regular season, again, like, that kind of shifts the math in their favor. But if they can't, like, if Beasley disappears, if Fontecchio is shaky, if Tobias is,
Tim Hardaway
broke.
Tim Hardaway, if he tries to do too much or he does too little, like, you need the right calibration of Tim Hardaway. Tobias, if he plays like he did with the Sixers in the playoffs, like, they have so many guys that have reputations that don't lend themselves to the playoffs, that I don't know. But again, like, if they can follow the blueprint that they've already established, then
they should be all right.
They should be all right.
I know, Tim, that's also what you had as your thing to watch. Anything else you want to add on to the shooting from the Pistons?
No, pretty much the same thing. Like, my thing to watch is more so the Pistons shooting and their style of play on defense, because they're a little tougher, they're more bruising, they're more physical than some of the other teams. They're gonna definitely. Beef still gonna be out there slapping motherfuckers just to see what the fuck happens.
Brian Highland the same way, and he a rookie.
Isaiah Stewart versus Cat. Like, I mean, skills wise, you know how that's gonna go.
Just see arms flailing in here. Oh my god, bro! Like,
but from a bullying standpoint, that might,
And so for me, like I said, the Pistons shooting and their bruising style or physical style of defense versus the cardiac kids in New York, because sure, Tibbs have them running, and he sticks with his starters and he sticks with his best players or his best lineup for the most part, most of the game. I get it. But if you in a game and this physically demanding every game, all game, that shit is gonna run them to the ground. That's what happened in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like,
I mean, by the time they got there, they were,
would. Like, so if you plan on doing that, I don't think you say you make it past the Pistons, y'all gonna leave. It's gonna be an issue. Gonna be a lot of scars, because the Pistons like the punch, pull, bite, grab, pull your jersey and make you hit the floor and shit like that while you midair, like all kind of crazy shit. So.
It's something to definitely keep an eye on in that series too. Just how physical the series actually gets. And Ken, I know you had the other flip side of the shooting.
Mhm.
They focus more so on the Pistons shooting, but you were more so like saying like, hey, watch out for the Knicks shooting. Why the Knicks shooting is something that you're highlighting as like what to watch in this series?
Because they tend to live and die by the three. And if the Pistons are able to get a lead, especially going into the fourth quarter, I think that is better in Detroit's favor. But when the Knicks are hot, it's lights out, like the game is over. So yeah, like just how streaky their shooters are, and just by high of a clip of threes that the Knicks put up.
No, you're not wrong. I see Jay-Z said Game 7 Pistons fight, which probably. So who y'all got in this series?
Pistons fight.
That's funny.
Pistons
I got
fight.
Pistons 7.
Okay, I think Pistons is a trendy upset pick of the first round of the playoffs. Eric, who you got?
Yeah, I think New York was a little shaky down the stretch.
Little. I mean, they still won 50 games.
Right, like they limped their way to the finish line, but they did at least make it there. And again, the Pistons have the youth, the athleticism, theoretically the shooting that can kind of give them fits. And again, like how has Brunson been since he's returned?
He's only had like 2 or 3 games since he's been
back,
but he's still getting his sea legs underneath him.
Okay, that's what I thought. And it's like, if he doesn't revert back to near peak Brunson quickly, like I can see that being an issue for New York. So like if there is a time to kind of pick them off, it's now. And I think that this Pistons team is just young enough and ignorant enough to be like, oh, we can beat them. It's cool.
You
like,
ain't getting young motherfuckers' confidence, bro. They think they gonna run all over your ass.
I'm gonna go Knicks in 6 though. Like I definitely agree the Pistons can put up a fight, but I do think the Knicks overall just have more top end talent. Because my question for the Pistons is, outside of Cade, they don't have really a secondary ball handler or secondary initiator.
That's why he's my X factor.
So like I think it's gonna be a lot on Cade's shoulder, but I think it's gonna be a competitive series. But I'm going Knicks in 6. What about you?
Yeah, Knicks in 6.
All right. So those are the 4 playoff series matchups that we currently do know. We did drop a bonus episode early this morning, previewing the playing games that are happening now, plus the 9-10 matchups that take place tomorrow on Wednesday. Maybe we'll try to get together, talk about the other 4 playoff series when they finally, come into fruition here before we get back into the studio next week. But we'll save our NBA season award predictions for next week since we are running late on time and we have to talk about WrestleMania 41, which is here this weekend, y'all. It's WrestleMania week. Again, go watch our Hot Ones challenge on our YouTube page that we put out to kick off WrestleMania week. Answering WWE.
We suffered for our art, so please don't reward us.
Drop them comments, like that video up, all that good stuff, share it, so on and so forth. But as we head into this WrestleMania PLE, I do want to do a record check here for the Tech File crew because we always make predictions before pay-per-views about who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Tim has a 4-4 record so far on the year. Myself, Eric, and Ken are all 6-2 heading into WrestleMania here. So
let's get it.
Let's make these picks. We ain't gonna get much separation.
I know a lot of the same, a lot of same here, but we're gonna find out which night's card are y'all most looking forward to here. Day 1 with Jay and Gunther, Jade Cargill, Naomi, War Raiders versus New Day, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano, LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. You got Tiffy versus Flair, and then you end that night with Rollins versus Reigns versus Punk. Or are you more excited about night 2 that has the Bayley and Lyra Valkyra against Liv and Raquel? You got Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, the 4-way Intercontinental Championship match. You got AJ Styles, Logan Paul, the Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair title match, and then you have Cena and Cody. Night 2. So of the 2 nights, which night are y'all more excited about?
They're equally yoked.
Yeah, that's what I'm at too.
I'm changing mine to Sunday.
Okay. We'll put Sunday ahead for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So more of the matches that I want to see are on Sunday's card.
Okay.
So like the ones that I'm looking forward to the most are the Cena Cody match. You see what I did there? Cena Cody, not Cody Cena.
Okay.
The triple threat women's championship match with Bianca and them. I do want to see the AJ Styles Logan Paul match. I do want to see the IC title match. And that's not saying that I don't want to see the women's tag team title match at first, but I don't have high hopes for it. And Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, again, not enough story for me either. So
I do wonder if that women's tag match was just thrown together once Kevin Owens got hurt and they needed just one more match to fill the card.
I feel like it was always there.
No, that was the
Rey Mysterio match.
Yeah.
That shit was thrown together. I was like, why?
Because he came out of nowhere without Grande.
All I know is the fact that his name is El Grande Americano makes me laugh.
The big American.
I was like, big American?
For the little guy. That's what I'm talking about.
Anywho,
you need a luchador. That's
right.
We don't
going crazy.
We don't have to necessarily do it for this, but I was thinking about like a tiebreaker that we can use going forward for like half a point is like make one just like random not match results prediction. So like Chad Gable getting unmasked, or
that's definitely
gonna happen.
Rollins turning on Heyman. Like you just have to pick one thing that's like not a match result, but it's going to have like a prediction for the card.
You get an extra little bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, we can think that through. But for me, it's Saturday by a hair. Because the filler matches, quote unquote, on Saturday are more entertaining to me than the ones that are happening on Sunday. And that's really the only, like, they're both close.
Yeah.
But Saturday by just a hair for me. Which match or storyline are you most excited about? Like, the big ones, of course, here. Ken, which match are you most excited about?
Goat versus Goat, man. Cody versus Cena.
3 years next month, Goat.
He's only been in the WWE, but
now he's talking bad.
But no, hell no.
You corny.
That was hilarious.
Bad.
But just to see, okay, we hyping all this up. It's the first time that the whole world was in an uproar about John Cena turning heel. Cody put a really good promo. And how is it going to end? Like I am expecting John Cena to win, but how?
We gonna get there. I see Riles added real quick. I believe night one has more opportunities for surprise returns.
Elaborate.
Okay,
I haven't even taken those into consideration.
I like that. Yeah, tell us more. Tell us more. Tim, you also had Cena, Cody. I mean, I don't feel like we even need to ask why. I mean, the name.
Come on now.
Like, it's there.
Fuck Cody. Avenue. You'll see his ass on Sunday. But yeah, no, Cena's my guy. Like I've always been a Cena fan.
I feel it.
So that's my match. I can't wait to just talk to Ken during this match. See what happens.
Eric, what's your match you most excited for? We all gonna be together, so
I said shit nobody walk off.
I was the last match of the night. I think I'm gonna be with you. Right with you.
I gotta go home and get to bed.
I had you the paper towels, your Cody.
Dang, you're gonna be crying.
Cody crybabies.
Like Cody.
I've got the other main event match, so the triple threat. I named it the Shield-ish triple threat. Like I'm surprised that they haven't brought that part of it up where
outside
like
basically
I mean they
but I mean I'm saying like basically like the Shield came in as bodyguards, a shield for Punk.
Yeah.
I think Heyman was involved in that a little bit.
Yeah.
I said we was missing Dean, bro. Like this would have been that.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be
Moxley
that.
ain't never coming back.
I mean, apparently he's been trashing AEW.
He's
So they might not want him
bro
back.
got clotheslined by Sling Blade and went under the ring and bladed himself. The same shit that Finn do all the time. Somebody, I see the meme. It was like, I ain't never seen nobody get busted open from a sling blade. From a clothesline.
Nolan showed me a clip where the cameraman had moved too
Yes,
quickly
too
onto
quickly.
Moxley, and you could see him.
Him
He
not-
was stabbing himself in the forehead, and he sees the camera coming, and he just quickly throwing down. I said, "Oh no!"
But that man took a clothesline and rolled out the ring. Underneath the ring and started. And then he stood up there like, "Oh my god, he's busted open." I'm like, how the fuck?
From a
Hey, listen.
clothesline.
That boy is a
He
pin
wild.
cushion.
But the match I'm looking forward to, because I felt like Cody, the main events go without saying, like them are main events for a reason. But Jade and Naomi, I am very
Black girl
excited
match.
for this match. I don't know if y'all been following the build up that they've had,
Oh,
because
yeah.
a lot of theirs has been on social media
Mhm.
rather than on TV, and it has been hilarious.
I love it when friends feud because like they don't pull punches, but like like they cool, so it don't really matter. But they've been talking hella shit.
Yeah,
all
big
kinds,
Big
all kinds.
Comments on each other pictures. And
Jay logged in recently. She said, "Dang, every time I log into this website, she over here saying something else." I was like, yeah, girl. Yes, she is. All right, now let's get into our predictions here. Night one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is the actual order for the show, which I have been thinking about because I think I know. Well, let me not jump the gun here.
Mm-hmm.
Title match: Jey Uso and Gunther. It's a clean sweep over here for Tech
Yeet it.
Bow.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeet.
over here.
Yeeting all over myself.
I wonder if they start with this
That-
match to open the card.
It would make sense to set the tone.
Either this or a tag team match.
I feel like because they last year it's like they started with normally like a title, like a big match to start.
It was Rhea.
It was Rhea.
Kind of like the opening main event and then like the closing main event.
The only thing I wonder is if they want like his entrance when it's dark.
So if that is the case, then I think
That'll
that
be the semi-main.
Charlotte Tiffy might be the
but
first match.
and that's still, I think that'll still be good to start it off too, though.
Well, maybe LA Knight, Jacob, just because LA Knight, Big Pop, get it,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
and that's gonna be like a hard hitting, kind of like
Yeah.
really quick
Fatu
pace
finna
match.
come
Like I
out
can't imagine like they're
crazy.
gonna slow it down for that one. So
Nah, yeah.
This might be a
Riles-
quick match.
Riles added Charlotte versus Tiffany. Your 0-3 line was crazy. I swear it was. I swear we got some funny TikTok comments actually on the clip we posted when you was talking about Andrade spinning the block.
He
So-
definitely can't have
The first comment, someone just said that Ludwig has to be the first man in history to be accused of cheating and nobody believed it.
Nobody believes.
the first one to beat the allegation.
The first one. But no, yeah, I think we all got Jay. I think it's going to be,
Yeah,
it's that time. It is that time. But if he does not win it, then I think they're going to try to do the Cody Rhodes route and just kind of make the chase a little bit longer for him before he actually gets
that nigga been chasing.
I think, like internet nerds have like they've turned on Jay
and
yeah.
Bianca.
and Bianca. Yep. But if you look at the crowds, like the crowds are still
Loving
them.
completely locked in.
Give it to
Loving
me.
them.
Like,
Put it in
The
my
shirt
veins.
sales is still loving them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your opinions don't matter. Is basically what.
Facts.
Yeah. Jade versus Naomi. Jade for
Yeah.
me as well. Clean sweep.
Jay can't lose at Mania.
Not her debut singles WrestleMania match.
It's like the whole purpose of this match is to make her look good and to make
Exactly.
her a star.
Start
So,
that push.
I hope they get I hope they can put on a good match, like get enough time
Yeah.
to really do something
I hope
to
the
see how
crowd
Jade
is
is.
behind it. That's what's really going to
Yeah.
matter. If the crowd is
Yeah.
behind it,
I'm sure they've been working together too. Like,
Oh, I know.
yeah.
I know.
Because Naomi is a pure vet at this point.
Mhm.
Like,
Who, by the way, give her some flowers for how
Yeah.
she has continued to evolve throughout her career,
yeah.
and how
Came out
much
as a
work
funky
she's
dackle.
man.
I've been
somebody
singing that
call
song
my
lately.
mama.
funk is on the road. I was doing dishes.
So
Funk
they
is on the road.
roll.
Yeah.
Like, they pushed Brodus Clay, my boy.
Hey,
That
they did get funky on that song though. I can't lie. I
They
do.
did.
That song
They did
should have
get
been for like
funky.
Ernest Miller or something, like the cat. I
Oh,
can just
the
see him
cat,
doing the
man.
James Brown to it.
The cat.
Funk is
Man,
on
that was my
the
shit.
road. Hey, they used to come out beginning Naomi and
Cameron. That was my girl.
Cameron.
I used to love Cameron.
Man, all right. Before we keep reminiscing,
Mm-hmm.
Shaolin added Big E. Ooh,
Big E
Big E gets involved in some way.
Oh, for the title match. Yeah,
Against
for
War
New
Raiders
Day.
New Day. Could see that.
That's
Could
the
see
next
that.
match.
That's next week we're gonna preview here. And we clean sweep. New Day. We think New Day is going
it's
to be the
about
new
time.
tag team
Kill New
champions.
Day, give them the title.
War Raiders haven't done anything with
Garbage.
the belts. To be fair to them, Raw's tag team division hasn't shown
I mean, it's
anything.
them, New Day, and who?
But that,
New Day, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, who
Yeah.
ain't worried about the tag team titles,
but
right?
their gimmick is just horrible. Like, come on, man. Like,
They still got American Made too over there.
ain't nobody care about that.
So who do they have in the tag
The
team?
Creed brothers are good. I think they will get a
He
push.
said-
Well, so like when I do that, because I do that bit a little bit too often probably, but it's like they haven't made you care about any of those other teams.
That's
So it's
fair.
like, yeah, you can name like Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, but it's like, who are they? What chance do they have of doing anything? You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
like there are only so many people that they give shine to, that they give airtime to, that they give
Mhm.
matches to, and it's like those are the people that matter, and like they don't have that many tag teams in that division that matter at this point.
I'd agree with that. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. We have some dissension among our ranks here.
Well,
You know what it is. You know what it is.
That's like asking who gonna win the Cody match. Like you,
El Grande Americano.
Chad Gable's involved.
I done got more L's on pay-per-views room for this nigga.
Exactly.
When you like, ain't gonna be much separation. All that shit, it might be on that Chad one, bro. I keep rooting for this nigga. Him and Sami Zayn keep letting me down.
Hey, man, he ain't finna beat Ray, bro.
He ain't beating Ray at Mania.
He ain't beating Ray at Mania.
No, I think he also gets unmasked here at WrestleMania. So the three of us have Ray. Tim is going with the big American.
Hell yeah.
Shaolin added the episode name candidate right there, talking bad. Riles added that should be mask versus. Oh, we already saw Ray do a mask, on
several of them.
One. I mean, he's had the matches, but he didn't lose them.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, that just makes it
more obvious that Ray gonna win.
Yeah.
He ain't doing that no more. WCW had to take his mask off that one time, and
You know how much money WWE would lose if Rey Mysterio lost his mask?
Exactly.
I'm gonna just say it again. How old was I when Rey Mysterio took his mask off? Like 8, 7. Kid me thought he was the finest man going. I was like, oh my god, Rey Mysterio is so fine underneath that mask.
Because he looked like a 7, 8 year old.
They gonna look young as a bitch.
He did. He looked just like me.
Hard eyes.
Not hard eyes.
4th grade Camille had a crush on a 5th grader. Like,
Man.
LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Another clean sweep here. 2. We all going with Jacob getting his first singles title here.
The only thing I will say, just to throw it out there in case it happens, I could see that being where like Solo and them turn on him, and that costs him the match. Otherwise, because he hasn't lost yet.
I thought he did.
No, he did lose.
He lost a 1-on-1 match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when he first lost it, I was like, damn, because it was like right after something big happened. I'm like, damn, he lost already?
It was in between when him and Brown was going.
Something happened, but it was when he lost, I was like, damn, I wasn't expecting him to lose already.
Everybody catch L at some point.
Yeah, I remember him taking
some point, but it was earlier. Yes.
Everybody catch L at some point. Can't be undefeated forever. Undertaker showed us that even at WrestleMania.
Shit, Goldberg.
Tiffany Stratton. Oh, don't get me started on that one. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Yeah, the three. We got one dissension in the ring.
I got the queen, bro.
Tiffany time.
Why are you going with Charlotte?
I think she's gonna try to really beat Charlotte in this shit and try to look bro her ass. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lose to you. Not at Mania. I give it to you on Raw. How many times have heard like Sasha or somebody else they had a match at Mania or a big pay-per-view, and then the next night or the next Raw or SmackDown, she like lose the belt or some shit like that. Like, I feel like at Mania she's not going to lose.
You are right, because they do try to force her to have some range just so that they can build the number up so that she can get closer to daddy. But like, she has to be close now to where like they have to start meaning something.
She at 14 now. So,
and especially like with Cena potentially breaking the record the next night, like maybe they do try to get her closer,
like 15, and then she can break the women's record type shit, or break her dad's record as the woman. No, her dad's record in that. Yeah.
14 title reigns is that's a lot.
Half of them were like a week. To Tim's point.
Okay, so you got Charlotte. The rest of us are going with Tiffy. Yeah, Tiffy time over here. I think the young star continues her ascension in the ranks here. Main event Saturday night, triple threat: Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
I did not know at all, bro.
I don't know.
This definitely is a toss-up.
You and me, we right here.
Yeah.
So who y'all
I want it
with?
to happen, fam.
And why?
Seth Rollins, because he's gonna be the newest Paul Heyman guy.
Exactly, he's gonna be the new Heyman guy.
I feel like maybe that's too obvious.
You think so?
But I mean, shit, they've done this too obvious.
Have you seen how the build-up been? It's been too much Roman and Punk.
That man,
that's all it's been.
And Rollins dropped I'm gonna do what's best for business in his promo yesterday. Yeah, listen.
And he was always the best for business guy. Like the backup plan, the plan B, the architect. Like he always had plans and shit.
I just can't see Paul turning on Punk.
Shit, you couldn't see turn on Roman.
I mean, Roman, yes, but Punk, no, because the way the storyline has been built around them, they haven't even really been.
It don't matter after this match, though.
Crossing, but it always is going to matter because CM Punk is forever a Heyman guy.
Because I think that they need more like top level heels. Like, look at how many matches on this card is like face versus face or face versus.
Well, Roman about to be heel after this.
Oh hell yeah!
That's what I'm saying. Like Rollins is going to be heel, like with Heyman. Like they're gonna, like that's going to be like they're jumping off with the heat and like. oh my God, he turned on his best friend. He was the wise man. He turned on him too. Like he's aligned, and like now that like they number one heel is gonna be Seth.
Mm-hmm.
He could.
Give it to me.
Tim, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Roman.
You know he don't even wear the Ulafala no more. I was like, you won it, you kept it at home.
As he should.
He ain't trying to get stolen again.
As he should. Right.
I seen his promo.
Like Debo coming.
Yeah.
Where he was just like,
his TikTok.
Yeah, he was just sitting there. He was like, bro, I done did this shit. Bro done turned on me and shit. You know, I done gave this company billions. I done got everybody paid around this motherfucker. Y'all treating me like this? Bet. Don't even worry about it. I got y'all. I got all y'all motherfuckers. And then seeing him show up on Raw, and then Heyman sitting there with Punk, and he looked over like, bitch. He's like, oh, okay. This what we are. No, tribal chick, fuck out of here, bro. Nah.
It's like when you it's like when you see a girl with a dude, she told you don't worry about
it. Right. Like, hey, what the fuck is this? Like, okay.
I think I'm gonna go with Punk in this one. Finally headlining WrestleMania. I think he gets his big WrestleMania moment, standing victorious at the end, in large part too. That's the main event for night one. I think a face is going to be the winner of night one of WrestleMania because, spoiler, I got Cena winning night two. So I think you need the juxtaposition between the two. So I'm going with Punk for that match. Night two, the tag team women's match, Bayley and Lyra versus Liv and Raquel. Clean sweep from us. We all got Liv and Raquel retaining.
I almost went the other way.
I just don't think they're gonna give it to a fake tag team.
Me either.
They are not
either.
Exactly.
Now,
not a real
now if what they call themselves, the secret service or the whatever they call themselves,
Secret Harvest.
The
which
Secret
is
Harvest.
Worse than Secret Service.
If they would have won, they should have won. But if they had went to WrestleMania for the tag titles, I might have been a little bit more like, well, at least they kind of are already a team of some sort. Like I could see a victory.
Where your girl Chelsea at?
Don't get me started, because blow the whistle. How dare y'all not have my girl?
I think she'll still be prominently involved. She's gonna get a skit or something.
She deserves. She's earned more than just a skit at this point.
Though.
Chelsea Green has been one of the hottest women's wrestlers in the game right now.
I'd rather see her than Rey Mysterio
Yeah. I think they said like they were considering having her host, which that would have been funny. But
Chelsea Green she deserves better. She deserves better than that. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in the Sin City Street Fight. Another clean sweep for us. We all got Drew McIntyre in this particular match. I think it's going to be I like street fights. Should be fun.
I mean, it's two big dudes throwing hands.
Yeah, and they're going to be all over the place.
It'll be fun, but it's just like the story ain't there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but WWE has been live streaming on their YouTube just the best WrestleMania matches of all time. So like just a live stream. So like when I have nothing to, like I'm working or reading stuff, I'll just go to YouTube and throw it on, and it's just WrestleMania matches. And they played the Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus triple threat.
I
forgot fire. How cracking this match was.
That was one of Ken's favorites.
Big meaty man.
Hey man, you gotta love it.
But no, that was a fire ass match.
It was a great match. It was a great match.
Beat the hell out of each other, fam.
Intercontinental title match: Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus Penta. Another match, just another one for me where I'm like, I don't know who wins
give me
this
Penta,
match.
man, because they really they really want to take him to the next level. So this will be the perfect opportunity for that.
Like I started with Braun, but I'm like they may take this as their opportunity to get the title off of him
without him having to be pinned.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna elevate him to
he definitely going.
Like I don't think it's because like Braun gonna look like a chump. Like I just think that they can move it in a different direction. Like he
might not even be involved.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna be the guy who takes the pin to lose.
No, he's not gonna lose. Yeah,
but I do think he loses. I think that I think I'm going with Dominic. I think it's somebody in Judgment Day who's going to win it, so they can kind of further the storyline of dissension in the group. So I'm going with Dominic. I think that's the unexpected.
But I can
swerve.
also see them doing that by like, Finn's about to win, and then Dom breaks up the pin, and that's what breaks it up, and he's like, "You cost me the title."
But if Dom has the title in that locker room,
that is also fair.
I think that I'm going with Finn.
I got Finn.
I think Finn has recently shown a lot of what we expected from him when he was before his championship run and shit like that. Like, no, his matches in the ring has been
the
fantastic.
Were never the problem, though.
It's everything else.
It's about to say, especially the last couple weeks. Like, I think that he's getting in a position to where they either can push him with the IC title which again, give it another fighting champ, another big name with the belt, another. Okay, we got to overcome somebody else for Finn, or you put it. If you put it on Dime, you're giving it to the up and coming riser. I think
you
that
watching
they
a different Finn than I am.
go over the last couple weeks for sure, especially
Again,
his match with Penta was fantastic.
Matches aren't the
That's never been
problem.
his
It's
problem.
like
Correct.
the
It's everything
stuff,
else.
It's the storyline stuff. It's the not believable as a heel. Like he just makes like angry faces.
Yeah. I feel like this
I don't know if
dissension
he's a
thing with
big name anymore.
the Judgment Day is really helping him kind of turn that around. But that's just me.
We gonna see.
I feel like he's one of the few people that's like actually better as a face. Like I just don't buy him as a heel.
AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
Logan.
This is another one where Tim is the lone dissenter from the group. I do see Riles said that he agrees with Dom taking it, and Shaolin added that he thinks Seth wins, so he's with the two of y'all. But AJ Styles, Logan Paul, Tim is the only one going with AJ Styles. Why?
The phenomenal one is going to get back on his horse too. I think they're doing a lot of these guys are coming back, these stars, and we've just been complaining about the lack of certain stars that either heels or most of the card is faces and shit like that. Right?
Logan Paul's a star.
I hear you, but at the same time, he's also a star that's not really there.
He's a superstar.
He's not really there.
I mean, I feel like he's been around more than AJ Styles has. Over
Styles
the
was
year.
hurt. So he came.
That's
came.
part of the
I get
calculation.
that, but now that Styles has been back, they've been, hey, here you go.
Yeah,
Here's
but
a match.
He
You
was
win the match.
out. He was hurt. He came back, and then he got hurt again. Like he's old. He's like I'm not trying to throw AJ Styles out. I'm just saying like the way that the company's probably gonna look at it is like we have a chance to build a big star. This is a showcase.
Yeah.
Like we're putting
Mhm.
Logan Paul in
that's
there
where
with
I'm going.
AJ Styles because he can put on a good match.
Hasn't he
And get him
won?
over.
He lost last year, but I think he won the year before, didn't he?
The fact that Logan Paul lost at last year's WrestleMania is part of why I think he
No,
won.
he won it
so.
last year.
I
He
thought
was
he
in the
lost-
triple threat with Randy Orton.
I
KO.
thought that's when he lost the title.
No,
to...
that was SummerSlam.
Ah,
That's what I was thinking of the one when he lost the title. But
Okay.
yeah, if he got especially if he already got a WrestleMania dub on there, and
Oh,
we
he
know
was
that
in
AJ
the
Styles' career's shortening now too, like it's not that much
Well,
left.
I mean,
I feel like they might give him
that's
more.
what older dudes do. They put over
Put
the
over
younger
younger
talent.
talent.
Correct,
So that's
and
why
you lose on the way out the door.
But then
He ain't
I
on the
feel
way out the door yet.
It don't matter. Like it doesn't matter if AJ loses. It matters more if Logan loses.
Yeah.
So AJ losing, he's still AJ Styles.
Yeah.
But if Logan Paul loses against
what?
AJ Styles, then what we do? Like,
I
how do
mean,
we-
what has he
how
done
we
up to
flip
this
that?
point? Anyways,
Who?
really, Logan.
I mean, I thought he'd be around a little bit more.
That's what
than
I'm
what
like.
has
He's
been,
still not around, bro.
but
Like he don't match, just he don't do nothing
But
but
we
talk.
knew what we was getting when he. with this,
Which is why we can get something else.
Riles added that this match was pointless to me until Karrion Kross got involved. I think there's a bigger story happening.
That was
And
a
I
good one.
agree. I think Karrion Kross, AJ Styles is going to be like the next.
Old music and everything.
So like,
I don't know.
Ka- I actually like Karrion
I was
Kross.
just gonna say, he
Everything
grew on
except
me.
for the in ring. Like
no,
I
he
was
can't
watching
wrestle.
that. I was watching
He
that.
cannot wrestle.
I was watching that match yesterday. I'm just like, like if you have a mid match with AJ Styles, like you are not good.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to have a match. I'm just like, eh.
And they did.
I mean,
that.
but for him to stand there and like, hey, go ahead and finish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hit me
Like
with
the
that
story
finish.
it's kind of like the
It's-
opposite of Finn, where it's like everything outside of the ring, the character, the storyline, like what they're doing with
It's
him
intriguing.
is very interesting.
Yeah.
And then the bell rings, and it's just like
Garbage.
I'm good.
I can't help but think of Adam Cole every time I hear Karrion Kross.
Why?
What they do to make you feel special? You got the ring, you got the girls, you got the lights, you got the music, you got the cool entrance. What do they do for Adam Cole? They ring the damn bell. I was like, yeah, right, my nigga. You are damn right, my nigga. From that point on, Karrion Kross' career was
women's title match. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. In this match, I'm the
You're the
lone
dissenter.
dissenter. I have Io Sky retaining in this match. I feel like part of the storyline has been Io in the background saying, Rhea and Bianca, the story is about y'all too much. But I am the champion. I have a resume that people don't talk about enough.
No, Io that one.
I am cold. And I think she actually wins that match. And I think what comes out of this is Rhea and Bianca continue their feud on their own. So that's why I just think Io has the way it's been building with her just kind of being in the background like, y'all can stop ignoring me. She gets the dub.
I can see that. Also, but I do think that this is a potential, like because of like what we were talking about with the crowd reactions to Bianca recently. Like this may be when they finally pull the trigger on her turning heel. And
Yeah,
like
that's
her like
what they're
just
building on.
cheating or doing something like diabolical to submit her heel turn and then walking out with the title
Or-
and being like the new heel champ.
Street Profits come out to help her.
I mean, you can't really have dudes help a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's Dominic.
I was like, this
Or
ain't
Eli.
AEW.
Who is Eli?
Or the help. What's the name? Get her first women Money in the Bank.
Oh, Ellsworth.
Yes, Ellsworth. That's the Eli Ellsworth.
Oh,
Again, that ain't the Street Profits.
But you said you can't have a guy in a women's match. I'm just stating
strong guy.
it has been guys interfering in women's matches.
But then guess what they're doing with Bianca too? She's talking about. She's been talking more like she needs to win at all costs, no matter what.
Kind of
she's
like
going
Stone
to win.
Cold running into his heel turn where it's like, I'm desperate. I got it.
She's going to win, so she's going to she still do whatever to become a champion.
She's been wearing black a lot,
and I think that when she get that L, that's what actually
could be
pushes her forward. But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward.
I'm ready for it.
That match, I think, is going to be one of them ones on night 2.
So really quick, like I think my reasoning is the same as the other main event, where it's like this is a match with there isn't really a very clear face heel alignment. Like it's just 3 people that are at the top of that game. So I feel like if there isn't a heel going into the match, there has to be one coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing Triple H recently talk about how he views faces and heels, I don't think he thinks of it.
Sure. Damn. I get where you're coming from.
No, I just
a text message. Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree with that. Like I don't think that he's as rigid to face heel alignments, but I do think that there has to be more story coming out of it.
No, I definitely feel you on that. Last but not least, of course not least, the main event on Sunday night for the championship.
Man, fuck it.
No. Tell us who you got winning. No. Tell us who you got winning, kid.
No, he gonna change it. He gonna stand on business. We got Cody versus John Cena. Are you the lone dissenter here?
I can't go against my boy. Man.
There you go.
The lone dissenter.
Not his Cody.
I can't go against him, fam.
He going Cody. The rest of us are going John Cena. I think The Rock comes out at some point and helps him get it.
This match has to end in shenanigans.
It
probably will.
So it's like
a Cody championship match at a big pay-per-view.
That's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be hella shenanigans.
15 people gonna show up.
The Rock has to be involved, you would think, because he's been absent since Cena turned heel. So
do they get Stone Cold to come back this time?
Undertaker gonna be there
again.
He was just on this podcast, so he gonna be there. He didn't say he was doing them, but he said.
Wait, who said that?
Undertaker.
Oh
man, he ain't.
Oh, so you gonna keep rolling.
Not that version.
For what? What is it? But I don't know. It's just gonna be shenanigans.
I'm just most intrigued to see like what Cena wrestles like as a heel. Like that's not a dynamic that we've seen in 20 years. So, like you're used to him being the underdog fighting from underneath, where he's the one that gets beat down for most of the match and then makes the Super Cena comeback. And I just feel like that's a new dynamic that we're gonna get to witness.
It's gonna be fun to see. I think The Rock comes out. He's the reason that Cena gets that dub, and then you go from there. I can't wait to see this match. I'm very curious, like you said, Eric, to see how he wrestles as a heel. I think it was Bret Hart recently who was saying that certain guys he don't think can make good heels because of their moveset. And he said Lex Luger was somebody for him. Like when Lex was a heel, he was like, dog, you still doing power lifts and slams and
you're too impressive, essentially.
He said the same thing about British Bulldog. He's like, he's like, he was never a good heel, in my opinion. He was like, it just didn't work. Real quick, Ryle said, who takes the belt off of John?
Cody.
Is he going to retire with it?
No.
Yeah, that's why I think it's so clear that Cena's going to win on Sunday, because like Cody's going to get his win back, and that's going to be kind of like his crowning achievement, like just to further.
He done beat Roman. He done beat Cena.
Yeah.
Like I retired John Cena is like a great feather to have in your cap.
Ooh-wee. And as we mentioned, the last it's not pay-per-view. I keep saying that. PLE. Old habits die hard. The last PLE of the year is Ruthless Aggression in Boston.
Of course.
In Boston, too?
Of course. And it's Ruthless Aggression.
They ain't never. That's like perfectly scripted.
Smells like John Cena all day.
Exactly. That's perfectly scripted.
So,
he's from Boston, right?
Yeah, he's from that area. Yeah. So that's what the scuttlebutt is. That's how they're going to end the year. But it should be fun. WrestleMania is this weekend. Easter is this weekend. 420 is this weekend. If you celebrate that as well,
I was about to say sacrilegious. I will not say that.
I've seen the jokes. I didn't make this joke,
Hey, it was hilarious.
but somebody
is
made the
hilarious.
joke of come Easter Sunday, we're gonna find out who the most high is. I did not make that joke. Let me be very clear, God.
I did
Hilarious.
make the joke that he is risen and so will other people on Sunday.
Everybody getting lifted on Sunday.
Hey, man. The
Listen,
Lord
man.
knows my heart.
It's a fun weekend in store. I mean, the NBA playoffs kick off this weekend. In addition
Mm-hmm.
to the fact that it's WrestleMania, it's Easter, it's 420.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of them weekends. And thank you, Jesus. Speaking of that, the Bucks Pacers game is the first game on Saturday. I appreciate it so much because I can enjoy.
Thank you for the resurrection and all that, but also thank you for
all of that.
yada. But Bucks and
saying.
Pacers
Yes,
schedule.
thank you.
That's the
Thank you for rising from the dead and saving us from all of our sins. But also thank you for making sure the Bucks
Jesus
game.
Christ.
Man, the previews took a lot longer than we thought, so we're going to talk about everything else we had on the docket next week when we come back. But we hope y'all enjoyed the preview show this week, talking NBA playoffs, talking WrestleMania.
Playoffs.
Again, a really fun weekend ahead with both the playoffs and WrestleMania kicking off the exact same weekend. Adam Silver might not be as happy about that, but I am. As a reminder, make sure you follow the pod everywhere that you can at Technical Foul, TECKNICALFOUL on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Technical Foul Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. Appreciate everybody who came through in the comments live.
For sure.
Drop them comments. Make sure y'all like the video as well.
Congrats,
shout out to
Shaolin.
Big shout out to Shaolin.
Hey,
bitch.
congratulations, son. Goddamn.
Did you just call him a
I
bitch?
said, ain't this a bitch?
Oh, I was gonna say.
I would never call that man that
We're
thing.
trying to get him in the video.
I wouldn't try- I would never do that to him.
But no, and Triple T.
Hey, Triple T, what's going on?
What up,
Did he
though?
ever
What's
hit
going on,
you
brother?
back about getting his free shirt?
he
from
did
Wrestle-
not.
Get your
Do
free
you want a
T-shirt,
shirt?
Triple T, if you want it. If you don't.
He part of the fam. He want to show.
But no, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you want to follow me personally on social media, you can catch me
Wait a minute.
on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and these 2K PSN streets at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE.
At Bucks Burner on that hellscape of a social media platform.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
Everyday _ gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter, Snapchat, and Blue Sky.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, D3, aka Ask Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
That's hard to go. Bonjour. Away we go.
peace out, y'all. Tech file. Yeah, let's just play that music.
Hit him hard, let's go. Red TECK, running back like where's my replay? Got it all in the mix, no DJs. Said it's hard in the game like eat damn, Mr. Lane. Spitting real talk for the entertainment. All the pods try to the game up, but they get smacked back down like a WrestleMania. They know it's ready in the home city, you know, get it block, even on the low setting. And you know what you say, so we never gotta get
Let me show you the guys filling on that thing over there.
Let's go. That everyday remix.
You go.
Hey.
Hey.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last my favorite part.